Hey guys, welcome back to Kryptonite, because I believe that cryptocurrency, and more importantly blockchain, are the kryptonite of our modern financial system. And I love it and we need it bad. Guys, let's jump right into the Bitcoin charts. I'm going to show you what is going on, what I see coming here for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I also made a huge trader mistake. I missed out on a huge opportunity. I'll show you exactly what I did wrong so you can avoid that in the future. Let's jump right in. Let's see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna start off on the weekly charts. As always, we gotta start out with the big picture in mind every single day. I'm gonna hide this Fibonacci as well because it's a little distracting. Okay, so as you can see, we are, no, I don't wanna take that order right now. We are getting supported from the 200 moving average here on the weekly chart. We broke below it, but then broke right above it, which is great to see. And of course, like I said, oh yeah, my town hall's completed, great. So we have this trend line here, along with the 21, moving in perfect tandem. So I do expect us to continue up with this relief rally and then make contact with this line somewhere between 27 and 28,000. That is where we will find out whether or not the bear run will continue, we get rejected, we continue the trend down, or we break it, retest it, and then continue searching for the next price target. So let's jump down to the daily time frame. As you can see, we are perfectly respecting our ascending triangle. Ignore the green lines, just focus on this one white line going across the top and this one line, trend line going here across the bottom, making a pretty perfect ascending triangle that we have been respecting right here, perfectly respected, almost perfectly respected, a couple wicks above, perfectly respected right there. This is, I don't know if you remember, if you guys watched my last video, you saw that I opened a long position right here and I rode this up to the top, because my bias was to go long because we got a bounce from the 21 and we got a bounce from a Fibonacci level. Oh my gosh, can we stop with the notifications, please? We got a bounce from a Fibonacci level and we got a trend break. So I rode that nice one up here. I missed out on going short on the way back down. However, here's where I made a huge mistake. I'm gonna jump down on the lower time frames to show you. We were down here and we had a lot of support. We not only had this long-term trend support, but we had a longer term Fibonacci level hit with a nice green candle there. And we started coming up and I opened a long position right here, very smartly. Now, if I had just walked away from my trade, if I had just been okay with taking a loss, this is what would have happened while I was asleep. Boop, boom. I would have had a massive, massive win here on this trade. But I chickened out and I got out of the trade early because I sort of was feeling, I guess, more bearish at the moment, and I was too afraid to take the loss. So this is Trader Psychology 101, guys. If you're not, do not put money out there you're not willing to lose. So I wish I had stuck to my trader psychology and had said, hey, I'm willing to lose this amount because we are at such strong support levels that, you know, if we continue to respect this pattern, which we did, I would have seen huge upside on that trade. So big mistake by me. Now, as you can see, we are dropping. And I was about to say, I'm actually looking for short positions right now because we did get a divergence here at the top. Notice this divergence, high, lower rounded high almost. And we're at both trend and a horizontal resistance there. So I'm actually looking for short positions. I might enter one here pretty soon, at least shorting it back down to this support line, because obviously it's going to want to come back to its 21 moving average. So I'll try to finish this video fast so I can potentially get into a short position. So that is on the shorter term time frame. Again, we are still in this pattern and we could be in this pattern for the next few days. In fact, let's just see. Actually, I'm going to jump to the daily. Now again, I don't think the CPI, so the CPI numbers were the reason for this big pump right here. Like literally 2 hours after I went to bed, the CPI numbers came out and they were positive. Inflation's going down slightly. So we saw a huge pump in all the markets, but unfortunately I was asleep. But as you can see, we could continue this pattern till, so the very crescendo of this pattern here is around the 15th of August. And sometimes too, it'll even sometimes it even can go beyond this and kind of go like this and like just have a lot of indecisive candles. So it's a possibility that this could, wait until all the way till maybe even towards the end of August before it makes a decision up or down. I still think the decision will be up, especially with a bullish ascending triangle. And, we're getting supported by the 200 moving average. And when we look at the weekly, again, we're due for that relief rally. We're due for that, again, the stochastic is still fairly strong there as well. And it just makes sense that it's going to want to come back to the 21. It's going to want to come back to this trend line which so often does. We also, if we look at our Fibonacci here, we got a perfect bounce from a Fibonacci level. And of course the target here is 27,000, which we could perfectly come up, and then hit 27,000 as we make contact with this trend line and the 21. So this 1618 could play out literally perfectly. So again, I'm looking for a short down to this level. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into it yet. I'll have to see, because this was a big bullish candle with a lot of volume, more volume than we've had for a while, right? So this does give me some pause that this may continue. Like we might have a small retracement, maybe to here. We hit the 21, and then the 21 takes us out of the pattern. A lot of times when you see pattern breakouts, the moving average actually takes them out of the pattern, right? So instead of it coming down here, completing this pattern, right, the moving average will force it out. And that's how you know a pattern is a little bit more legitimate. So based on the volume, the fact that we are getting close to the end of this pattern, the bullish CPI numbers, the bullish volume, I think I'm still going to look for a small short, but I do think that potentially this moving average carries us out of this pattern and into higher price targets. So that is my prediction. But like I said, that's just one scenario. Scenario 2, come all the way back down, and we continue to range in this pattern. That's scenario 2. Or, scenario 3 is we come down, break this, retest, and then continue downward, which I think is not very likely, to be honest. I'd go with, I think out of all the scenarios, I think scenario 1's more likely. I think we're going to get carried out by this moving average. I really do. I think we're ready. All right, that's all I got for you guys with Bitcoin. ETH is looking pretty bullish. Still sticking with this falling wedge here. It's still, it found support. Just like I said, we broke down out of this. Yeah, what happened? Oh. All right, we're back. I did mention when we were breaking out of this, I thought, hey, even though we broke this line, we still are going to probably find support, especially because Bitcoin was that strong support. We did get supported, broke back into the pattern, and made a higher high, actually. So ETH is still looking very bullish. I kind of expect it to, continue up and probably make contact with this pattern once again. So it might kind of slowly work its way up to a higher price target here of maybe somewhere around, where is this? Yeah, somewhere around 2,000. I think we could continue to see ETH making slow trickling moves up to this falling wedge line around 2,000. So definitely be looking for some longs with ETH, but that's a little longer term time frame. Again, I do think Bitcoin might be coming down here in the short term, in which case I'd be looking for some short term shorts. Long term longs, shorter term shorts. Guys, that is my analysis of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Trying to keep it short. Hard to upload these videos to YouTube sometimes. So guys, as always, make sure to grow your money, save your money, and invest in Bitcoin. See you guys.